Thank you for being on replay. Please don't forget to hit the like or the dislike. I can't tell you how to think. But if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Just waiting for some notifications to go out, people to come in. Because as usual, this was totally unplanned. I really got to get better about planning lives. At least scheduling them. Anyway. Bratty brat. That's you, Miss Sharon. Oh, there's me and the kitties hanging out for right now. Jasper abandoned me for the kiddo. Well, hey, Poe. Long time no see. It's good to see you in here. Okay, little Poe. That's my cousin Sharon. Sharon, that's my friend Poe there. I have missed you, Poe. Getting ready for bed, so I was on. I'm glad you popped in. I have missed modding for you. But anyhow, yeah, I just figured I'd pop on for a few minutes and see what everybody was up to. Just me and the kitties hanging out for right now. That's Dakota and Callie. That's awesome, Poe. I'm so glad that you're coming back. Please keep me updated. Let me know when you're going to be back. I think I can't just do a few. No, I can't. Apparently not. It's been kind of a rough day. At least it started out really rough. Jasper had a pretty bad seizure this morning. I found him collapsed in the backyard. Scared the bejesus out of me, but he seems okay now. He did finally eat pretty good. All right, good night, Poe. We'll see you around. You be safe too. But yeah, he had a pretty bad seizure this morning. It really scared me. Like I said, found him in the backyard, collapsed in the corner, so I had to carry him in. Mom has offered to help me take him to the vet, so I think we're finally going to get him to the vet and get him on some medication for his seizures. Yeah, he was a little out of sorts most of the day, but at least he finally did eat. But he abandoned me for the kiddo. As usual. Anyhow, there's some people coming in. Yeah, I hope they can. It really scares me. Is there a reason you're hanging on my arm? Look at that. Hanging on me. But yeah, Sharon, when Poe comes back on, you gotta make sure to watch him. Oh, you and Bailey argued today? Yeah, I understand that. Hi, Alexis. Hi, Ian. Welcome in. Where are y'all chatting from? I am in northern Georgia. Sure, Rylan, but we do try to keep religion out of the chat, but sure, that's fine. Hi, Milky. Hi, Alfred. I'm sorry. Alareza. I'm sorry. Welcome in, everybody. Where y'all all chatting from? But anyway, Sharon, I understand the frustration when the kiddo was a grouch and a half. She took a nap on the couch for a little while when I had to wake her up. Hey, Adira. Yes, Alareza, I see you. Yeah, hi, Milky. Ian, I'm not sure what that means. I only do English. But, yeah, the kiddo woke up from a nap earlier and whew. Ian, only English, please. And Eric, no. Thank you, Adira. But, thank you, Adira. I appreciate that. Adira's swinging that hammer, swinging that wrench around. Anyhow, Yadira, you missed Poe. Poe was in here. Alireza, you're from the Persian Gulf. Oh, that's really cool. Anyhow, oh, he was asking for money. Yeah, I could tell him good. I could tell him good luck with that. Hi, Tim G. From Scotland. Awesome. Hi, Eric. Yeah, Poe popped in for a few minutes. I was pleasantly surprised. He says he's coming back, just in a different format. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, Tim, I'm in northern Georgia in the United States. Welcome in, everybody. Please make sure to hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you do. If you like critters, we are the place to be, because I got all kinds of critters around here. Hey, Eric. But anyway, hey, yo, English only, please. Yeah, Tim. Hey, Minnie. Things are actually going pretty well over here. Eric, you're from California? Oh, cool. I got another Eric in here, and he's also from California. Yeah, I have a zoo. But, anyway, like I said, we started out with Jasper having that seizure this morning, scaring the crap out of me, because he wasn't moving at first. When I found him, he was not moving. But I could tell he had a seizure because of the drool and stuff. Plus, this morning I kind of had a suspicion it might happen today because he was just acting off when he first got up. But, yeah. Then he finally turned his head. Yeah, I was freaking out. Then he turned his head and looked at me, and I could finally breathe. But, thank goodness my mama came over and took the kiddo to school because, Scott wasn't feeling that great last night, so he was already sleeping. I didn't want to wake him up, and my mom was already awake, so she came and got her, took her to school. Scared me. Oh, that's cool, Eric. Is that tonight? What time is it? It's getting close to 11 there tonight. That's really cool, Eric. I'll probably have to catch it on replay, though. I still gotta go back and find the first one and watch it. Yeah, then I know this probably sounds a little silly, but I think some of y'all might get it. I have my hermit crabs. One of them has been under the sand for almost 2 months, and I really thought she had died. Well, she came back up tonight, and I was so happy. It made me really happy to see her. She's one of my original crabs, Hey, Sandy. Yeah, I can kind of tell a couple of days ahead of time when one is coming. But when they actually happen, it scares me. But anyway, one of the cats is yelling at Scott. But yeah, this is Miss Sunrise Dawn's Critter Connection, y'all. Yeah, Jasper slept most of the day, which is pretty much the norm after a seizure. Then he let me know he was hungry, so I got him fed, and he ate pretty good. And then he abandoned me for the child. Yeah, Eric, actually, if you look at most of my thumbnails and my my avatar or whatever you call it, it's the dog you see on there, that's my dog Jasper. But I kind of had a funny moment this morning, though. Yeah, my little ride or die. But I kind of had a funny moment this morning when I was yelling at Shelly, at one of the cats, Shelly, to get off of the crab tank, and my friend Shelly was in the chat, and she was like, "What?" I'm like, "No, not you. I was yelling at the cat, Shelly. Wrong, Shelly." Oh, look at this, you guys. Let's see if I can turn this a little bit. Oh, he was all snuggled. Yeah, ignore my messy table. Yeah, I had her all confuzzled. She was like, "What did I do?" No, wrong, Shelly. Bless you, Callie. Callie still got. Hey, Michael. Good to see you here. Thank you, Eric. That's Dakota. And this one here, that's Callie. We have 13 cats around here. Yeah, every time I move, he's giving me this dirty look like, how dare you move? Anyhow. Oh, I just thought I would pop in here and hang out with y'all for a little bit. I was the only one awake, but now my hubby's up, but that's okay. But, so yeah, that was the start of the day. Yeah, Eric, 13 cats. We're the crazy cat people. They're all rescues, though. Every last one of them. Michael, if you haven't met her, that's my cousin Sharon there. We go back to bed so we can talk crap. I think he's fixing to head out for a minute. Sharon said to tell you to go back to sleep so we can talk crap. Sharon, he gave you the California howdy from the movie The Beverly Hillbillies. Yeah, that was the California howdy. You're the good one? I don't know about that. You're the bad influence. Well, wait a minute. Didn't we agree the other day we're each other's bad influence? She gave you she said it was buy one, get one. She gave you one back. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure this charger don't want to stay plugged in half the time, so I'm trying to make sure it's plugged in. Look how great Kay was. Yes, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We all know Papa is a bad influence at times, yeah. But Sharon's been my bad influence for 35 years. So, I've only been around here for about 2 years. Anyway. Yeah, if I can get up here in a few minutes, I will try to show y'all my hermit crab, Ariel. She's so pretty. She's a dark purple. Hi, Socks. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? You've been a saint? I don't think so, Sharon. That's like Papa claiming he's Saint Papa Smurf. Oh, you're from Texas. Cool. I'm in northern Georgia. I'm close to the Tennessee state line. It's nice to meet you. Stalin said. Anyhow. Oh, Eric, you came to Texas? Well, that's cool. I have friends out there. You came from California? That's pretty cool. Are your Italian socks? Everyone in the shouts can vouch for you. I've known you longer, though. Oh, that's pretty cool socks. Anyhow, drove the car on a bomber plane. I don't know about that. No. Anyhow, if I can get these cats to move. Let me just say Turner, not car. Both of my grandfathers were actually in World War II. One of them stayed stateside. The other one was in the Navy. He fought in the Mediterranean, I think. Yeah. Well, that's cool socks. But anyway, my husband's being silly. You're old, but you ain't that old. Oh, let's see if I can get them to move. I want to show y'all all the time. Yeah. You know, Sharon, I used to give my mom a hard time about mixing up her words, and now I do it. Karma, I guess. All right, Eric. Well, good luck with your interview. And tell Tori we said hello. Socks the superstar. Come on, y'all. Down, get down, get down. Watch out. Come on, Dakota. Sometimes he's stubborn and don't want to move. Gotta get him to move for a minute. Watch out, Callie. Let's see if I can show y'all Ariel over here. Yeah, tell her we said hello. Oh, let's see here. If she is still moving around, y'all can see her. Well, where did she go? Oh, there she is. Hang on. Oh, you have ADHD. My Sigma? I don't know what that is, Eric. We need to do a stream together, Sharon. We really do. Y'all see her back there? The dark purple. That's Ariel. I thought she was gone, y'all. She's not. And then that sand-colored shell there, right beside the yellow wheel, that's flounder. The rest of them are all empty shells. But there she is. Hey, Tracy. I was just showing everybody Ariel. She just came up from being under the sand for almost 2 months. I thought she had died on me, so I was really excited when she came up. Yeah, my oldest daughter also has ADHD, so I know got an idea of what that's like. Hey, hang on just a second, you guys. I need to ask my husband something. Hold on. She's just having a long siesta. Yeah. But they say with the hermit crabs, they say if you smell like a fishy type smell, that it means that one of them has died. And I smelled that a couple times, and I really thought she had died. But I guess it was something else in the tank.
I smell that all the time.
Baby. Hang on a second, y'all. Okay. Oh, y'all. What am I going to do with him? I'm plug my phone back in here. Oh, you love hermit crab socks? Well, there's something we have in common. I have 4 of them. 2 of them are still under the sand. Oh. Y'all saw one. We don't see flounder much. Oh, you like them too, Eric? That's cool. Hey, Journey. Are the others accounted for? Well, one of them just went under a few days ago. So I'm pretty sure he's all right. Now, the other one, he was kind of small. So I don't know if he's okay or not. He's been under for almost a month. And how is Jasper? Jasper's doing okay. He had a bad seizure this morning, but he seems to have recovered. He was out of it for a little while. He slept for quite a while. You want to be where the people are? Yeah. Hey, they're all named after Little Mermaid characters. Yeah, he had a pretty bad seizure Jasper had a pretty bad seizure this morning. He scared me. Found him collapsed in the backyard. But first he really scared me because he wasn't moving. But then he turned his head to look at me, and I knew he was at least still alive. But he finally ate and got up and seemed like his normal self. But he has abandoned me again for the kiddo. He abandons me nightly. Thank you, Tracy. Yeah, the hermit crabs are Ariel, Sebastian, Flounder, and Scuttle. Yeah, my dog abandons me every night for my daughter. He leaves me behind. Somehow it winds up every night that she has my dog, I have her cat. I guess because the cats aren't allowed in the bedrooms. Oh, thank you, Tracy. My daughter came up with the first two. There's Squeaky. Let me just unplug for a minute. Exactly, Socks. Not only is Sharon's son autistic, one of my mods has high-functioning autism. He actually just left. So, we are very used to that around here. Tracy, your son is too? I didn't know that. You're very Sigma. Anyway, yeah, if y'all wouldn't mind, the ones that haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. When you hit the notification bell, hit the all, because I tend to go live very randomly. And exactly, Tracy. That's like, yeah, Justin was in here just a couple days ago. I think Justin texted me earlier, and I thought I had his phone number saved, but I guess I didn't. So tell him I saw the text, and I didn't mean to like not answer, but I gotta look at what he asked me. Tracy, yeah, that's how Sharon's son is too. I say he's a sweet kid, but he's not a kid. He's 28. But to me, he seems like a kid. I was there when he was born. But anyhow, exactly, Sharon. Like, they make life much more interesting. And I know he kept you on your toes. Yes, like my daughter is, she'll be 23 this summer, and I still think of her as a kid. She's got her own kid. I thought I might get to see them today, but that didn't quite work. Sharon, you're battling Mother Nature on that. Yeah, I can't even believe mine is almost 23. All the colors of the spectrum here. That's right, Yadira. Oh, yes. I saw a couple of those meltdowns, Sharon. I remember. Just like I remember the trip to Florida. When he's 45 to be my kid exactly. That's what I tell my daughter. She may be almost 23, but she's still my baby. Well, I have my youngest daughter too. But, they're both my babies. You still have scars. Hey, at least I made sure y'all were provided with Dr. Pepper on that trip. We took a trip to Florida with Sharon and another friend of ours, and both of them were pregnant. Both of them had 1-year-olds, and we were in my 2-door car going from here to Florida. We got pulled over, and the trooper tried to talk to Justin he tried to talk to one of the kids through the window. One of them cried, and the other one blew raspberries at him. Yes, you lived on Dr. Pepper. They kept asking me to stop because both of them were craving Dr. Pepper. So I finally came out with 2-liter bottles. Yes, thank you, dear. I appreciate that. Sorry, my nose is itching. Nowadays it's Dr. Pepper Zero. Nowadays for me it's still coffee. I tried it, Tracy. It wasn't too bad, actually. My husband wasn't crazy about it. Sorry, guys, I gotta get adjusted here. My husband wasn't crazy about it, but I liked it. And I'm not much of a soft drink person, though. Never really have been. Tried it, but you're loyal to the original. Now I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to keep moving the camera around, but I'm having problems with my legs and getting comfortable. So, Justin loves it. What was the Dr. Pepper and cream soda? I think is the one that I really liked. But like I said, I'm not a big soft drink person. I'm gonna try to stop making y'all seasick. Yeah, I can't believe Jasper keeps abandoning me every night. Look, I fixed this picture for No Face because he said that he was gonna come with with thumbtacks so he could see what that picture was because it was all curled up for a long time. Yeah, the strawberry cream's good too. So look, I fixed the picture for him, and he ain't even in here. This charger don't quit falling on my phone. Hey, Papa. Papa's ears must have been burning. But anyhow, I think Eric was asking about you kind of a little while ago, but he had to leave. He's doing an interview. How you been, Papa? And how's Sparks? I was just showing them my hermit crab. Everybody was talking about Papa last night. Good things. Good. It was all good stuff. Gotta talk crap to get them in the room. Exactly. It's usually what happens. See, we conjured Papa. It just took a few minutes for him to actually get here. He's fussy and spoiled as always. Well, that's the best way. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't mean to keep jerking around so much, but my legs are really bothering me tonight. I'm trying to get comfortable. Now he's loving being carried around. I bet he does. Well, see, I conjured him. Hello, innocent shenanigans. No Face. Look, No Face, I fixed the picture. Take the legs off. I can't take my legs off. I gotta have those. He's milking this blindness. Yeah. See, now y'all can actually see what the picture is. My daughter drew that a few months ago. You know, for a 5-year-old, she actually is a pretty good artist. Welcome back, Socks. That is ritual before he eats still. Well, I was telling them that we had a pretty rough morning with Jasper. He had a seizure this morning that really scared me because I found him collapsed in the backyard and he wasn't moving. But I could tell he'd had a seizure because of all the drool and stuff. Plus, he was just acting off the last couple days. But thankfully, he seems to be okay. He did, oh, thank you, Socks. Yeah, thank you, Papa. Yeah, he seems to be okay. He did finally eat and start acting more like himself. Before it was, hey, Carrie Ann. That's just telling him Jasper had a seizure this morning. Like first thing in the morning, I let him outside and he was acting a little off. So I kind of suspected, but yeah, I went to look for him and found he collapsed in the corner. But he seems okay now. I brought him in. I think my mom's going to help me take him to the vet probably Friday because my regular vet's closed tomorrow. So, no, Tracy, he's had a few of them. But it's just been a matter of not being able to afford the test because they have to do a test, do the blood test or whatever before they can put him on medication. But my mom has offered to help us. Apparently Sabrina wanted to say hi. Oh, good, Sandy. I'm glad it worked. No, Sharon, I take him to Southtown. Yeah, cat drive by. Yeah, we had a bad experience with VCA a while back. They told me when I had Smokey. No, actually, that was just she didn't exactly have the zoomies, but it's just Sabrina knows that space in my lap is a premium, so she was making sure she got here first. She's actually on my knee. No, VCA had told me when I had Smokey, they told me she needed emergency surgery or she was going to die. And then they told me that they didn't have the time that day to do emergency surgery. They didn't have a time slot. Even though we've been going there for how many years? You make time for emergency surgery. And then come to find out when we took her to the other vet, come to find out they had misdiagnosed her. They thought she had pyometra. She didn't have pyometra. She had cancer. And we ended up losing her anyway. But I was just beyond furious that they said that she was going to die without surgery, but they couldn't do it. So yeah, we don't go there anymore. Exactly, Tracy. We don't have any time slots today for an emergency surgery. It's called an emergency. Anyway. Yeah, so that's why we don't go back there. Now, I do still like some of the doctors there. Exactly, Tracy. You make time. This vet that I'm now going to, he was referred to me by a friend that breeds. She breeds King Charles Cavaliers. And I knew if she trusted him with her dogs, that he must be good. Well, I called him that day. He did not know me from Adam. And I told him what had happened. And he said, first of all, he was shocked because he used to be part of that vet practice there. And he said, he basically was like, what do you mean they wouldn't do emergency surgery? I said, they told me she needs emergency surgery or she's going to die. And he said, and they wouldn't do it. I said, no, sir. He said, have her here first thing in the morning. I'll do it. He didn't know me. And then, of course, then he gave us the correct diagnosis. But, I was so mad. Yeah, King Charles Cavaliers are beautiful. My mom and dad had one for a long time. Sweetest dog I've ever known. I don't think in all the years they had him, I don't think I ever heard Slider growl, not one time. At first, I didn't even think he could bark because he was so quiet. But yeah, they're awesome dogs. But apparently they're prone to heart problems, which is what happened to Slider. Oh, sure, he was not a happy camper either. I would imagine they probably got an earful from him. Yeah, Sandy, that was one of the things with Slider, with my parents' dog. He was just so calm, and he was a puppy mill rescue originally, and I mean, he was a lot of times when they first got him, he had been crate trained. So when they first got him, a lot of times we couldn't find him, and he'd just be over there in his crate with the door open, sound asleep. But eventually, they didn't have to leave him in the crate when they left, so eventually he stopped going in the crate, and he had his little corner he'd go into. I have pictures of him asleep, sound asleep, on his back, all 4 feet in the air, right at the bottom of the steps. What you watching, Papa? But anyhow, this was the one that did the run by a minute ago. Got her on one side, I got her on one leg, and then right beside me, got Dakota. It's called Stalker. It's by the guy who does the Scream films. Oh, that's cool. You know, keeps telling me there's home. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. What's the matter, Callie? Anyhow, yeah, we had kiddo came home from school today and fell asleep on the couch for like 2 hours. Well, I woke her up when I had to wake her up because there was, she wanted to go to the kids thing at church that they do every Wednesday night. So I made sure I woke her up. Boy, she was grumpy as grumpy could be. Yeah, she was one tired kiddo. Boy, she was a grouch when I woke her up. I woke her up trying to be all silly and sweet and trying to make her giggle, and you're reporting yourself, Papa. Sorry, didn't mean to cough in y'all's ear. Yeah, she was throwing things around. I was like, you don't have to go, you can just stay home. No, I want to go. Well, she said something. I said something to her. She said, you want me to throw this? She doesn't get that mad often. I was like, you know what? That's yours. If it breaks, it's on you. Oh. Shred's report to be nice. I don't know if I've watched that one, Sharon, Call the Midwife. I don't think I've ever watched that series. And you, no patience, surely you're kidding. Next thing we know, Papa's going to be reporting sparks. Anyhow, I think everybody ran away. Where'd they all go? I don't know what I was going to... I had something right on the tip of my tongue. I hate when I do that. Oh, I talked to Kay earlier, Sharon. I was messaging her earlier. She seems to be holding up pretty well, but having issues with the house and stuff. What's going on? See, I don't have Netflix. We don't have any. We just have basic streaming stuff. Anything, whatever's free. If it's free, we can get it. Now we do have a antenna box or whatever you call it. I don't know what. So where we can get some local stations if we wanted to. We don't. I don't watch that much TV actually. Yeah, that's what she was saying. She's having issues with her. Oh. Well, hi, best ever. Welcome back. All right, Papa. You watch your show. We love you too. But give Sparks a hug for us. Anyhow. So I think what I was gonna say. Keep getting all tongue tied. Yeah. After having a alright, Papa. Yeah, after having a rough start to the day, sure, Tracy, ask away. After having a rough start to the day, and actually ended up being a not so bad day. I got the bird cage that I've got for my daughter's birds that she doesn't know she's getting yet. Got it cleaned up. Probably gonna end up cleaning it at least one more time, disinfecting it and stuff before I put any birds in it, but anyhow. Yeah, Tracy, ask away. You advise on how to go about planning a wedding? First, I mean, I'm not much help on that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not much help there. We had, I already had a venue in mind. You have a date? Well, that's a good start. Do you have a venue picked out already? Like where you're actually gonna have the ceremony at? We had with mine. We did my church because not only did my dad help build it. Yeah, exactly. Don't rush and try not to get overwhelmed. But not only did my dad help build the church, it was also free because I'm a member there. So you have one, but you're looking at others. Another thing is if you're, try, with local places, like see if you have any friends that do wedding cakes, or if they know somebody that's doing wedding cake or whatever, or does wedding cakes. And with the flowers, we went to craft stores, and instead of like having a florist do it, you're giving it a year. So yeah, that'll give you a good amount of time. And congratulations, by the way. But we went to craft stores and got the picked out flowers there, and made our own bouquets. My sister is real good at the crafty kind of stuff, so she did that part. Doing a potluck, hey, that works too. Do they have a date picked out, Sharon? And tell his favorite aunt gets an invitation, right? But anyhow, I was thinking, I'll arrange this except the one you have picked so far. You're not into the country style. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta, I know everybody has their own likes and dislikes, and that's, for me, actually, my dream wedding was at the church anyway. You're trying to get an apartment first. Yeah. Ooh, Botanic Gardens. I bet you that's beautiful. Or, I mean, heck, in my cousin's case, she got married in her parents' backyard because her mom has a green thumb and has all kinds of plants growing back there, and they were able to rearrange her mom's plants for a church and then the gardens. Yeah. And then, as far as the wedding dress for me, it was fun for me. Sorry, we actually had fun with it, and kind of made a girls' day out of trying on dresses and stuff. Yeah, Sharon, you remind Bailey, his favorite aunt gets an invitation. Yeah, you did. I saw pictures. It's only like 500 for a 2 or 3 hour booking, which would be plenty of time. That's not too bad. Yes, that's how we were. I didn't want anything like super expensive or elaborate. I didn't need anything super expensive. You laugh at superstition. Well, obviously it's working. It's been how many years now? Anyhow. Hey, my dad's mom, you could barely get her out of bed on Friday the 13th, let alone out of the house. Exactly. Tell him if he doesn't send me one, I know how to find him. 16 years, yeah. I was thinking it was like 15, and I was close. No. I think we have been joined again by a squig. That's the squig. Well, Squeaky, but he has many nicknames. Squig, Squigster. He's got the sneezies. You good, buddy? Callie, you can't go bullying your kids out of their places all the time. Now she's going to try and bully Squig out of that one spot on the couch. Remember last night she bullied her. She was bullying Skylar. Oh, that's cool, Tracy. My number has always been 7. It's something about 7s. You love ghosties and no issue with Friday the 13th, but you draws the line at exorcism. Yeah. There's a reason you're the one that I called when I realized I was living in a haunted house. Yeah, I had a friend once that won like 10,000 on a scratch off. She told me that hey Duma, nice to meet you. Welcome in. Where are you chatting from? You ain't scared of no ghosts, Sharon? But yeah, I had a friend once that she won like 10,000 on a scratch off, and she told me that she had $10 left to her name. She wasn't sure how she was gonna buy groceries, and she said there was just something in her that told her to go buy that ticket. So she did. It was a $10 ticket, and she won 10,000. I said, "Well, now you know how you're gonna buy groceries, right?" Yeah, that was pretty. I thought that was very cool. So, Duma, where are you from? It's nice to meet you. Anyhow, yeah, I need that kind of luck too. You know, she had a couple of kids. Her husband had been out had been out of work for a little while because of an injury. So yeah, I need that kind of luck. It's kind of quiet in here tonight, isn't it? Of course, I better not say that too loud. Anyway, it seems actually it's kind of quiet tonight. Yeah, it's the perfect time. No, not the Q word. Maybe I want a little craziness. I know my nurse friends, Sharon, don't like that word. Even though Sharon's a retired nurse. She said if they're on the way. Anyhow, Tracy, did you see my hermit crabs earlier? Were you in here when I showed them? I had one that... Oh, thank you, Dima. I appreciate that. I had one that just came up from under the sand for a couple of months. Yeah. Hey, businessman. Welcome back. Anyway, it's good to see all y'all tonight. You saw them for about 2 seconds. I got to show y'all this. Because memories never use or especially in a hospital job. Yeah, that's what I hear. Wait a minute. Well, no, I was going to say you might have a visitor, but thank you, Duma. I appreciate that. I say we might have a visitor up here, but this particular cat doesn't get along with Sabrina. He doesn't get along with Sabrina, so I'm hoping he stays over there. Oh, let's see if we can see if Miss Ariel is still out and about over here. Yep, she's still in the same spot. Yes, thank you, Yadira. There she is. Y'all see her back there? I can't get this thing to zoom, but she's looking at us. I don't think I can get it to zoom. That's Ariel. And then that sand-colored crab that's kind of in the middle there, right by the yellow wheel. That's Flounder. The rest of the shells are all empty. Let me see if I can take this lid off and let y'all get a better look. Oh, thank you, Duma. She's ready for her close-up. What do hermit crabs eat? Actually, they eat, like tonight they've got eggshell. I've got some shrimp that I bought at the pet store. But bananas, they like a lot of fruits and vegetables. Pellets, yeah, different pellets. But there for a while I didn't even give them their pellets. They had enough of the other stuff. There she goes. She didn't like me opening the lid, I don't think. This, I try not to take the lid off for too long, but this right here, that's Flounder. There goes Ariel. She said, forget you. Yeah, she said, forget you. I don't want nothing to do with you. She's gonna hide from the camera. She's my biggest one. And if you're asking me, Duma, I'm from northern Georgia. And Sharon is actually not far from me. Sharon and I are both in northern Georgia. Sharon is my cousin. Anyway. Actually, but it actually comes out cheaper, Georginians. Yeah. Also known as hang on, sorry. We live in a little country town, so wait for a minute. Guys, woke up Sparks. We didn't wake up Sparks. You missed it, Papa. I was showing the hermit crabs. hermit crabs, Papa. Anyhow. You always miss my crabs. Man, you have a pet snake? My daughter wants one. You know, refer to yourself as a Georginian. My daughter wants a pet snake, but I don't know about that. I mean, I wouldn't mind having one, but my husband's like, nope. He said no. Couldn't keep no ropes as pets. But you know, Sharon, well, good luck, Duma. Thank you for popping in and thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Hope to see you back. Hope to see you back in here soon. All right, Papa. You wouldn't care to have to feed it mice. Yeah. But yeah, I had some friends growing up that always had pet snakes. And I think I don't know if some of y'all may have heard the story already, but I have one that my friend, she couldn't keep certain I don't know how to put this nicely. Certain people being pushy about religion from knocking on her door all the time. So what she did is she decided to put one snake on each arm and hang one around her neck, and she answered the door that way. They left and never came back. Is that you talking about your two cats? That's enough pets for you right now. Well, you know, we're the crazy animal people. Gray would like to say hello. It was a kung fu mouse. Your snake has never bitten anyone before, but that's good. Yep, there's Gray. Yeah, I hear you there, Tracy. They are not cheap, that's for sure. That's pretty much where all of our money goes. To the animals. Thank you, Tracy. That's Gray, and that's his sister, Callie. I bet you did, Sharon. I would too. It was a kung fu mousey. Sharon, I'll say this person's name because I don't think either one of us ever sees him anymore. But remember Grady had that big, huge, I don't know what kind of snake he had. That snake had a whole room to itself. Draw the line at snakes and spiders. Oh, come out now. You raised boys. I hear you there, Tracy. Tell Marty he had a derpy snake. I kind of figured it was Marty you were talking about. Yeah, I remember he had that big, like 7-foot, whatever kind of snake he had. She was huge. Yeah, my husband wants a pet jumping spider. He gets a jumping spider. I'm getting a pet snake. Don't like spiders. I tagged my sister in a meme the other day. But it was a house that had fallen over. Somebody had spray painted on the roof. Got the spider. Raise boys anywhere, tomboy. Yep. Ow. Sorry. just like the look he gets on his face when I do this. This is though. I love this guy right here, don't get me wrong. But he is not, no, he's not blind. He's just not, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. So spiders at work and you avoid that part of the store when you have them. I don't blame you, Tracy. No, he is wide awake and purring. This is just when I rub his head, his eyes close. This is the same cat that likes, we have a very narrow hallway going back to our back door. He's been known to run and slide back and forth from wall to wall, basically making himself into a ping pong ball. Or not ping pong, it's like he's playing pinball with himself. He's actually got really pretty eyes. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. Get down there if you're going to do that. Went on with a hairball. You sell tarantulas? No. No. There, you can see his eyes. He's got beautiful eyes. Some frames, you have sound effects too. Oh. Sorry, y'all. Hang on. Sorry, I figured the last thing y'all wanted to hear was a cat hacking up a hairball. He looks like a Russian blue, but no, he's actually Gray was he was born in my parents' backyard as a stray, but I've always wanted a Russian blue, and he looks just like one. Anyway, Tracy, you need a new job. No tarantulas. Oh, the Egyptian mall. Is that how you say that, mall? Alright. Yeah, I drove my mom crazy until she let me have Gray and Callie. And by then, Callie was already pregnant. So, that's why we have Winnie, Squeaky, Bella, and Skylar. Yeah, Tracy is a dog groomer, but he like it most days. Would you quit trying to bite my fingers? He's trying to bite me, y'all. He does love bites. One of these days, I'm going to have to post the picture of the day that we got him. He was neutered that same day. So he came home. I mean, first of all, he had never been here. So he's put in a carrier that he's never been in, taken to a place that removes removed some body parts, put under anesthesia. So he was all drugged up. He wakes up at a place he's never been, and he was still, I think he was still on anesthesia or something. I'm gonna have to post a picture, like in my community tab, of what he looked like. It was hilarious. I sent Sharon a picture the other day. Sharon, was that you I sent the picture to? Was that you or Kay? Say if they remove the family jewels. I don't know if YouTube allows that, so, I was trying to be good. Yeah, we ain't having no more babies here. They're all spayed and neutered.
That's what people say.
Oh, yes, Sundowners is real. Oh, it was you. Okay, I thought it was you, but I wasn't sure. Picture was hilarious. Patients that never talked would talk, and patients who never walked would walk. Wow. Yeah. Hey, it was a miracle once a month. Hey, I've never worked at a hospital, but I have worked in the middle of a Taco Bell in the middle of a rough neighborhood on a full moon. Yeah, it got crazy. Unfortunately, the water never turned to wine, though. I wish. Yeah, I took a. If this tells you how rough the neighborhood was that I worked in, after 3 robberies, they decided that we needed security guards at night. So this was a Taco Bell with. It was sketchy. This was a Taco Bell with off-duty police officers as security guards every night. Now, what was funny though, some of the security guards would actually come behind the counter and hand food out and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty funny to see the look on people's faces when a police officer was handing them their food, especially when they were doing things they shouldn't be. Yeah, we needed a security guard at Taco Bell. It took them 3 robberies within less than a year. 3 robberies in under a year to decide that. I was there for one of them. Yeah, that was not a fun night. Ray. Yeah, that was scary. Yeah, I didn't work there much longer after that. I found a better job and moved along. Went from there to Amazon. Don't think you can get much different. All right, you guys. Yeah, no job is worth. No job is worth that. You know, the only thing I could think about is my daughter was little at the time. She was only 7. If I sold donuts, then robberies wouldn't have happened. Well, I mean, they fed the cops for half price. You know? But this they had, I think, I don't know, one of them was at night after the lobby had closed. They just broke the glass and came on in. But now we did have several officers that would patrol the parking lot even before the security guards. You know, they would come and patrol the park. They would circle the parking lot a few times and check things out for us, but they couldn't actually stay there. No, I didn't Krispy Kreme. I will tell y'all a funny video to watch. If you look up, and Sharon, you may have seen this video before. You look up Chattanooga cop car attacked by pit bull or something like that. It's there's a video out there of this happens to be an officer that was a friend of mine. His cop car was attacked by a pit bull, not him. The car was attacked by a pit bull and a couple other dogs, and they pulled the bumper off of his car while he was in it. Well, that would only be one person that I can think of, Sharon. I'm guessing Chris. But yeah, they attacked the cop car while he was in it, and he was trying his best to get them off of the car without hurting them. It was so funny to watch because they yanked that they yanked that bumper right off of that car. Once they got the bumper off, they left. I, Sharon, I remember I saw Chris one time when he was directing traffic or something, and I rolled my window down and I said hi to him, and he looked at me funny, and I said, I'm Sharon's cousin." He said, "I'm sorry," and he laughed. That's been a long time ago. Anyway, guys, so it looks like it's been a little over an hour now. I think I am gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. Got to get some kind of sleep at some point. Anyhow, you guys remember, if you see somebody without a smile, make sure that you give them one of yours. That smile may mean everything to them. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like or the dislike. I can't tell you how to think. He got remarried. He's my cousin too. What's he talking about exactly? Actually, Sandy, is there, or Yadira, is there anybody who's live right now that we can room rate? Is Crafty still live? Maybe we could room rate Crafty. We'll give it just a minute to see, because I can't look while I'm on my phone, but can one of y'all look and see if Crafty is still live? Can we room rate Crafty? If y'all wouldn't mind posting the link to her live here, I'd appreciate it. And I'll at least pop in and say hi. Sandy, do you have the link to it? Or Yadira? Okay. Yeah, room raid time. It used to be a lot more common around here to do room raids, but, you know, things happened. Sorry guys, I got a hang now that's bothering me. Yeah, if any of y'all haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I noticed I am up to 336 subscribers, so we're getting closer to 400. And it's on to 500. Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate that. All right, y'all let's jump over there and say hi to Crafty for me. Yes, you do, Sharon. You have to. I love you guys. I will see y'all in the chats. And I will probably I'll read Sharon's comments at the same time I'm trying to talk. I will probably see y'all tomorrow morning too. I love you guys. Bye.